So today also marks the start of the 16 days of activism for no violence against women and children. Deputy President Paul Mashatile is set to officially launch the campaign in Rustenburg in the northwest this morning. This year's campaign is being held under the theme 30 years of advancing collective action and to end violence against women and children. Newzroom Afrika's Nqobile Madlala is now joining us live. Nqobile, very good morning to you. But early on, we were in conversation with Advocate Brenda Madumisa from Wise Africa. And one of the points that she stressed about this campaign is that the campaign is important, but it shouldn't be the old same promises that have been made before. What are you hearing this morning?
Well, true, Aldrin. I mean, there's a lot that's been promised, but the question is, can it translate then to the ground? Already we're looking at stats of over 7 million people that do say that they've experienced some form of gender-based violence in their lifetime. That's a concern in itself. So we are expecting that keynote address to come with reasonable duration and reasonable implementation in terms of what will happen going forward. We know that women are at this point, and children, very vulnerable to this gender-based violence. We know that this is something that the country has seen. I mean, you can go back to cases of Uinene, cases of Nqobile, and so on. All these gruesome cases about what have happened to women in the country. But what happens next is the question. So we are expecting then the keynote address to come from the Deputy President. He's not alone. He comes with the Minister of Social Development. We're also expecting the Minister of Women and Children to be youth and children to also be here to speak to that. But just before they are able to speak to that, where we are standing, where the event is going to be happening, and you can already see there's some activity taking place. There are various groups within the area of GBV where they are fighting and working against the scourge in the country that are also meeting up here just only to drive to the nearest point where they are going to be doing a walk, just also as part of our awareness plan, and also to look at what can be done to be implemented in the country so that we don't see these cases. So very important indeed that in the 16 days of activism, we see what can be implemented.